guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Lexi, and so today I wanted to make a video that would explain what I'm doing in Portugal for the entire year. So I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of people who really wonder what the hell I'm doing in Portugal for an entire year, and how as a sophomore I was even really able to study abroad for a year. I'm gonna go through my personal experience and my story, but I'm gonna go through it in steps, and so there's kind of a chronological order going on. I'm gonna start with my first question, which is how I was able to study abroad for a year as a sophomore. That question is probably asked by every single person I know, and it's probably asked by everyone who sees me here. It was difficult, but I knew when I walked in my freshman year that I wanted to study abroad for a year as a sophomore. I knew that right off the rip. I was like, this is what I want to do. I got to California, this is what I want to do next. How do I implement that? And so it all started when I went to the International Students Business Center, whatever, because I'm a business major. And they basically told me I was nuts, to put it in a kind way. They basically told me I was crazy and that it's impossible, and that I would end up, there's not courses for me at my level for a sophomore. There's only classes for juniors, and I'm not gonna be able to do it. And I was like, you're nuts. I walked out of that meeting and I was like, well, I'm gonna just have to call somebody else, because I'm going and I'm gonna figure out how to go, and that's that. You should just, a lot of people get discouraged by that, and a lot of people would be like, you know, it is what it is, and I guess I'll just have to wait till next year. But that's not true. And if you want to go and if you want to do it, you can find a way to do it, and you can make things work. And it's definitely going to be hard work. I'm not going to say that this process was easy, because it absolutely wasn't. But I just didn't stop. So every single person that got in my way and told me that this can't happen, or this course wasn't approved, or you're gonna have a hard time getting there, whatever, I was like, no. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna figure it out, and that's how it's gonna be. And if you have to do that, it just makes getting in and getting there that much better. All those people who told you that you're crazy, all those people who told you that it wouldn't work, you know, give them a nice middle finger, because you're here and you did it, and you got yourself here, and you got yourself in classes here, and you're still progressing, and you're doing what you want to do. And getting to this point where I'm at right now, it definitely wasn't easy, but I'm not going to say that took me, I worked for it. I worked all year. I had to talk to maybe 100 different people, and I had to work through so many different issues. It was ridiculous, but I got here. And now looking back, I can understand why so many people get discouraged, and so many people don't want to take the chance and maybe do it as a sophomore, or maybe even do it as a freshman. They don't want to go out of the norm, or they don't want to go out of what everybody else seems to do and what's the easiest, and things like that. And my best advice, and the most if you get out of this video, is never take no for an answer. Never take no for an answer. If you want to do something and you set your mind to it and you want to make it work, you're gonna make it work. There's no one that can get in your way, and there's no one that can tell you otherwise, because you want to do it. And if you want to do it, it can be done. That is my little positive motivational speech for the day. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I was able to study here because I took all the courses that I knew that I needed to take next year, and I found them on my, how do I call this? I guess you can call it a schedule of the school that I was going to go to. I found all the classes that I thought were maybe similar, and I took their syllabuses and I brought them to the head of my business department, the business advising department. I took them to her and I was like, listen, I want to go to Portugal. I want to take these classes, how do I get them approved? And she was looked at me sideways and was like, you're crazy, it's never gonna happen. And I was like, just where do I was like, I don't need the whole commentary of you telling me I can't do this. Where do I need to go? How do I make this happen? And she just told me that I need to go to all these different departments, to take it to an economics department to get that approved, the statistics department to get that approved, and so on. And so I did, and I took about 30 courses to get approved, because you know, you have to account for like people obviously not approving them. You have to account for when you come here and the times for classes like don't work out, or they don't offer it this semester and they only offer it that semester. So you have to like account for those things. So I thought like taking 30 classes would be like a good number, because I was also gonna stay for the year, so I really needed 10. I got probably about 15 of those courses approved, and I was like smooth sailing from there. I was like, okay, like I know I'm gonna be able to take classes there. I know I'm gonna be able to progress toward my degree, and like sunshine, rainbows, leprechauns, the whole 9 yards for me right now. And obviously that's not the case. I had like a happy day for like all of 30 seconds. And then I had to, you know, apply. Basically, I had to get courses approved, and once I did that, it was really kind of set in my eyes that like I can go as a sophomore, and like I have classes to take, I'm progressing towards my degree, and you know, like everything's good, and like I can do this. So the next question that I definitely feel like is relevant to talk about is why I chose to live separately from like the student housing that they give you. And well, I did that for multiple reasons. And so I realistically wanted it because I wanted my own space. I wanted, if I'm gonna be abroad, you know, like I don't want to be in such like such a small living situation where I feel like trapped on top of the part that I feel like out of place. And like I didn't want to feel all of that, and I wanted to at least feel like I'm coming abroad and like I have my own space and I have my own apartment, like I have my own area and something that's still mine and still like can represent home. I don't know, like I don't know how to like really explain it. Like I just wanted my own place because I wanted my own place, and I could have my own place, like so I went ahead and got my own place. There's the answer to that. The next question that definitely I feel like people think is really obvious is why I chose Portugal. And ding ding ding, the answer is correct. Like it was definitely because my boyfriend was here. My boyfriend plays soccer here and he fully lives here. So I was like, if I'm going abroad, you know, like I probably would have chose Italy. Like I'm Italian, like my family's from Italy, and I love Italy. I love Italian food. Like I probably would have went ahead and chose Italy, but like my boyfriend was in Portugal, his family lives in Portugal. Like why wouldn't I come somewhere where my boyfriend is and like where I have like some type of family here? Like if anything went wrong, I have people here to take care of me and things like that. And like it was just the best bet. I was gonna be doing what I wanted, and I was gonna be with my boyfriend, and that was like an easy I'm coming. The next question that is a bit of a big answer is how I adjusted from living in the US to living in Europe. Wow. I think like most people come on vacation in Europe and they think, you know, like it's beautiful, it's cheap, it's, you know, to get a coffee and a sandwich you're paying like €2. You know, like things, you go to the food store and a bottle of wine is like the €2-3. Like, you know, like things are not expensive, and people think, and the shopping is beautiful, the shopping is amazing. You know, like people think it's all good and great, but like, you know, everybody wants to go home. Like, let's go back to civilization where, you know, like I can go to Walgreens at 12 o'clock at night and that's like normal. But that's not normal here, and it definitely took me some time to adjust to the fact that I can't get Amazon Prime. I can't go to my gym, I can't drive my car, I can't, you know, do everything that I did at home. But like I just really didn't take it as much as like all the things I can't do. I just really took it as like all the things that I can do now. Like I can live in my own place, I have my own entire apartment, I can go to the food store and not spend $300. I can go and get everything that I need and more for definitely less than 80 or 90 euros. I just took it as like an opportunity rather than, you know, like thinking it as like a crippling towards my like lifestyle. I was just like, you know, like I'm ready to jump into something different. I'm ready to not live the way that I did. So like maybe for me it was easier because I just took it as like I knew what I was walking into, and like I was fully prepared to walk into it. And so like maybe people like who haven't been to Europe and just go, or people who like don't really mentally prepare for it. Like maybe that is like definitely harder, but like I knew I was coming into Europe. I knew where I was going. I've been here before. I knew the lifestyle that I was going to have to adjust to, and like I just worked with it, and like I just took what was given to me and I just like turned it into a situation that like would work for me. Like I was like, okay, I don't have my gym. I'm not gonna go running up and down the streets of a city. Like I'm not gonna do that. Like, so what can I do? Like, so I found a gym. They didn't speak any type of English, so like I just pulled out my Google Translate and I was like, I want a 6-month membership. Like, how do we get there? And it was, you know, like it wasn't a walk in the park, but like it was, you know, like you can figure it out. It's just all about like your mindset. It really is all about your mindset. Like if you are like, okay, I need certain things that like I can't function without. I can't function without going to the gym. I can't function without my laundry, you know, like things that like you need, like you can figure out how to do it. Like I don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment. Well, I have a washer, but like it doesn't work, and they like hang their clothes outside. And to me, I can't, you know, I grew up in America. American people are privileged or whatever, I guess, but like I can't personally dry my clothes outside. Like I do not like the feeling of that. So I found a laundromat that's like down the street, and I take my laundry once a week. I get my laundry done. She doesn't speak any English, and I just, you know, she knows me now. I pulled out my Google Translate a couple times and she knows what's up. Like it's, you just got to figure out like what you need, and you just got to figure out how to get there. Like it's not so crazy that like, oh my god, I'm living abroad, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Like you just figure out what you need, and then like you find places to get it done. Like it's not like we're moving into the middle of the desert. You're just moving to Europe. Like it's just, it's a different way of life, but it's not like I fell off the planet. So like it can be done, and you can figure it out, and it's different, but it's not like you can't function. Like you can find the things that you need, you can get the things that you need. You just might have to do it differently than you did before. You know, I can't go to Walgreens at 12 o'clock at night. There is not even a Walgreens. There's not even something like a Walgreens. I have to go to the food store. If I have to want to get anything that I would get at Walgreens or like CVS or whatever, like I need to go to the food store. So I go to the food store for things that I want. And maybe when I go food shopping, you know, like I think, okay, like my late night snack that I'm gonna want, like let me just get it now, and let me not wait until I'm hungry at 1 o'clock in the morning Thursday night. Like, and I'm like, god damn it, you know, like let me just be proactive and let me think for myself, and it works out. Like it's not like it's impossible to think about. Like you can absolutely do it, and it's just all about the way that you think. Like if you move different and you think that like this is not something that like I can fully wrap my head around, like oh there's such a language barrier, like I don't speak Portuguese, I don't speak Italian, I don't speak whatever, like how am I gonna do it? Like you're living in a city. Like 9 times out of 10 when you go study abroad, like you're going to live in like the capital or like in a major city. Like it's a tourist area. People speak English. Like it's not like everybody doesn't speak English. People speak English, and if they don't, that's why we have our phone and pull out Google Translate and say, okay, I want a coffee, like yo quiero, whatever. Like it's not that complex, and like it can be done, and people should do it. And I'm the first one to say that I'm doing it and I'm halfway through it, and I'm so upset that it's halfway done. Like people would do this just so they can experience what I'm experiencing. People don't, because people discourage you and tell you that it's impossible, tell you that it's, you know, really hard and all this, and it's not. It is not hard unless you make it hard, and it's not hard unless you come in with the mentality that I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do, I don't know if I can do this, blah blah blah. You can't come in with that. Like you can't, into any situation, you can't be coming like that. You have to come with an open mind, and you need to be ready to get things done. Like, you want to go to the gym? All right, let's find a gym, let's figure out how to do it. All right, you want to be able to drive a car? I wouldn't recommend it, but you can figure it out. You can do it, and a lot of people discourage you from it, and I don't think that's fair, and I don't think it's right, because it's an opportunity that people don't take and don't really think about, and I'm the first person to say that you should think about it and you should do it. That's my journey, I guess you could say, of how I got here and how I really personally made it happen with school and with everything like that. So if you have any other questions that like I did not address, or that you are wondering about, like you are more than welcome to leave them in the comments or DM me, or however you want to get in contact with me, you can go ahead and do that, and I would love to answer them, because I'm so trying to make more people come abroad and do it whenever they feel like they should do it, not to listen to such a structured system and feel like that it's only right to go when you're a junior, or like it's only right to go to like the main places, or like whatever. Like, you need to do things your own way, and you need to do what you want to do, and you need to stop listening to people who can't tell you otherwise, because they're not you. Simply, they are not you. They don't know what you want. They don't know what you're capable of. They don't know anything. So you need to listen to what you want to do, and you need to figure out what's best for you. And once you get there, everything else will work out. You just have to get your mentality right. You have to get focused, and you need to really like narrow down on what it is you want and how you're gonna get there. And if there's anything you can take away from today and this video, it's that. It is 100% that. Don't let people get in your way. Don't listen to the word no. Don't backtrack because of that. Don't think that, okay, she's telling me no and she's the head of this because I'm not gonna graduate, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm scared now, I'm nervous, I'm not gonna do it. No. You can figure it out. It's your degree. It's your choice of how you want to get it. It's your choice of how much money you want to spend getting it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You have to just realize what you want and how to get there, and then everything else will fall into place. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really liked this video. I don't really like to do like story times or whatever. It's not something that I've done before, but if you like this video and if you want to see more, definitely let me know. And yeah, see you guys next time.